You know what's crazy? No matter how successful someone becomes, no matter how far they try to leave their past behind, it always seems to catch up eventually. And in Meghan Markle's case, it hasn't just caught up, it's pulled her straight into a legal firestorm she can't escape. Shocking part? The person fueling it isn't some critic or tabloid reporter. It's her own father. That's right, Thomas Markle. The man who once held her hand as a child, who watched her rise through Hollywood and marry into royalty, is now preparing to stand against his daughter in court. And he's not staying silent. He's reportedly willing to testify under oath, and in doing so, could tear apart the public image Meghan has spent years carefully shaping. This isn't just a minor family squabble behind closed doors. This is the courtroom. Judges, lawyers, headlines, and millions of people tuned in. A private betrayal turned into a public spectacle. And Meghan, she's scrambling to deal with it. All of this ties back to a defamation lawsuit filed by her half-sister, Samantha Markle. That case was already complicated, already draining. But once Thomas stepped in, everything escalated. This isn't just sibling rivalry anymore. It's a father choosing sides, and not hers. Now picture this. You're trying to present yourself as a lifestyle figure, the face of California glamour and wellness. Meanwhile, your father is preparing to take the stand for the other side, not just to talk, but to possibly confirm personal family stories and childhood details that could destroy the polished image you've built. This isn't rumor. This is sworn testimony, dissected in court, that could completely reshape how the public views her. According to insiders, Meghan was stunned by her father's move. Honestly, who wouldn't be? For all the scandals and falling outs in the past, there was always the faint hope that blood ties would mean something, that a father wouldn't cross the ultimate line. But Thomas has, and that's what makes this so explosive. Legally, his role could be a goldmine for Samantha's case, especially if he supports the claim that Meghan misrepresented their family. Think back to Meghan's Oprah interview, where she described herself as an only child. Those three words now sit at the very center of this lawsuit. If Thomas testifies that Meghan and Samantha were actually close growing up, that they shared real memories and a sibling bond, it could punch a massive hole in Meghan's defense. And emotionally, the blow is even heavier. Meghan already walked down the aisle without her father by her side. She has repeatedly asked for privacy, only to be met with betrayals from the very people who should have stood behind her. Now she may have to watch her father sit across from her in court, presenting a version of her life she doesn't even recognize, for the world to see. This isn't just about image. It's about trust. And once that's broken in such a public way, it's hard to repair. The timing couldn't be worse. Meghan's entire brand, the California lifestyle, the Netflix deals, the wellness projects, is now colliding with a legal circus she never asked for. She's trying to project calm and serenity, but the headlines scream chaos. You can't sell peace when your family is at war in public. Behind the scenes, her legal team is tense. This case had been dismissed. It was supposed to be over, but like a sequel no one wanted, it came back. The appellate court reopened it, and Samantha's lawyer, Peter Tickton, is pressing forward aggressively. He's not just claiming Meghan lied, he's framing it as a calculated campaign to portray Samantha as part of a hate group. That's a major allegation. And if the court accepts it, the stakes skyrocket. Tickton's strategy is wide-ranging. He's pulling together social media posts, interviews, public appearances, building a narrative that Meghan deliberately tried to erase Samantha's existence or cast her as dangerous. If the judge agrees this is more than just opinion, it becomes a defamation case with serious consequences. And this is where Thomas's testimony could make all the difference. He's not a random critic online. He's the father. He remembers birthdays, holidays, phone calls, the personal details jurors connect with. If he supports Samantha's story, it's not just damaging, it's devastating. Legal experts agree. Parental testimony is powerful. Jurors don't only listen to the facts, they feel the weight of family relationships. And Meghan isn't just dealing with this one case. She's raising two young children, running businesses, and constantly under media scrutiny. Every time her name trends, it's either for a new project or another family scandal. That makes her entire brand fragile. It's built on relatability and aspiration, but that image is eroding piece by piece. Business partners are watching and quietly backing away. No one wants to invest in a brand that could collapse on the front page of TMZ. The dream of the Meghan Markle lifestyle empire now looks messy, uncertain, and risky. And remember, this is only the appeal stage. If the judges rule that the case deserves a full trial, it could stretch on for months, maybe years. Every court date means more headlines, and her PR team simply can't spin fast enough. The real fear isn't losing in court, it's losing control of the story. The fairy tale Meghan once shared with the world is being torn apart before the world's eyes. And the louder her family speaks, the harder it is for her to be heard. The emotional toll is immense. Each news cycle brings a fresh twist, another betrayal made public. With two young children at home, Meghan isn't only fighting for her career, she's fighting for the version of her story her kids will one day hear. Her team is now in constant crisis mode, rewriting press statements, delaying launches, trying to contain the fallout. But every time Thomas or Samantha gives another interview, the fire reignites. The business impact is already visible. Streaming platforms are reconsidering projects. Brand deals are stalling. Investors are hesitant. Lifestyle brands thrive on optimism, but Meghan's headlines read more like scandal than success. And here's what makes it even tougher. Appellate rulings take time. The legal system moves slowly, but the media doesn't. Every delay, every new filing becomes another headline. Meghan's life is now playing out in legal documents stacked while the emotional battle is waged behind closed doors. She hasn't spoken publicly about her father's involvement, but those close to her say she feels deeply betrayed. This is the man who was supposed to walk her down the aisle. Instead, he staged photos, sold stories to the press, and now stands with a half-sister Meghan believes never supported her. There's no easy way to measure the cost of that kind of pain. Some believe this chapter could define Meghan's entire post-royal life. Not the Netflix shows, not the podcasts, not the lifestyle ventures. This legal war, turning family into adversaries and memories into weapons, could be what history remembers. Even if Meghan wins in court, the scars on her brand, her family, and her identity may never fully fade. As the court prepares to make its decision, the world is watching, not just for the verdict, but for the spectacle. Meghan Markle, once a symbol of independence and rewriting tradition, now finds herself caught in the oldest drama of all, family betrayal. And this time, there are no palace walls to protect her.